दोस्तों आज हम यहाँ पे आए हैं किसी को हारने या जीतने के लिए देखने के लिए नहीं। वहाँ पे थोड़ा डिले होता है। दोस्तों आज हम यहाँ किसी टीम को हारते या जीतने देखने के लिए नहीं आए हैं। मैं आया हूँ भाई अपने गेम को एंजॉय करने के लिए और अपनी कंट्री को सपोर्ट करने के लिए। और अपनी कंट्री जब खेल रही होती है तो भाई बहुत ही ज़्यादा पंप हो जाते हैं। तो आज बस गेम एंजॉय करते हैं, रिएक्शन देंगे, थोड़ा एनालिसिस करेंगे और देखते हैं आज कौन सबसे बेस्ट गेम खेलता है। कल वैसे गॉड लाइक ने एक चिकन डिनर निकाला फाइनली इंडिपेंडेंस डे के दिन। चलो भाई देखते हैं आज क्या होता है। लेट्स गो।
Any insane pop-up performances that we know they're capable of, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up seeing that Aurora Gaming today.
I am going to be very intrigued to see what Aurora do here because I feel like they are a day 3 team. They do come out of the woodwork somehow. They are very, very quiet for the first 2 days, and then day 3, oh my goodness, completely different ballpark.
एक चीज और करनी थी भाई, एक चीज करनी थी भाई। एक मेरे पास हाँ आया सोनिया चौहान विद द हार्ट्स। भाई मन तो कर रहा है एक इंसान की फाड़ दूं भाई। एक है पाकिस्तानी स्ट्रीमर, वो कल कुछ बोल रहा था इंडिया के बारे में। पिल्लू ये क्या नाम था उसका, पिल्ले का क्या नाम था।
मेरी जान बहुत इजी है, फ्री किल्स है। 2v4 की फाइट निकाल लेना, फिनिश मत करवाना अपना।
हाँ ठीक है
फिनिश मत करवाना जान के टोटो।
जैसे तू कह रहा है वैसे ही करेंगे, इजी सीन है।
बस फिनिश मत करवाना अपना मेरी जान, इजी। हाँ
भाई अरोरा इज डेड, जांबा इज डेड, जो टॉप की 3 टीम थी उनको जियो मोरमन
देख रहे हो कैसे भड़वा हो रहा है इंडिया में।
मेरी जान ले ले इसको।
अबे बाहर नहीं जाना था, 1v4 था, बाहर नहीं जाना था, 1v4 था मोरमन, बट डब्ल्यू मोरमन द चैट।
यार मैं मानता हूँ आगे 2 बंदे आराम से मारो।
कहाँ इसकी वो वाली रील कहाँ पे लेगी। तो ये पिल्ला
पाकिस्तानी स्ट्रीमर अब्यूज स्काउट काशवी इंडियन टीम। अच्छा,
इंडिया की टीम किसमें है?
इस ग्रुप में ओजी है, नेक्स्ट ग्रुप में गॉडल है।
ये इंडिया की टीम का नाम है ओजी, और ये नाम के खाली ओजी है, इन्होंने करना कुछ नहीं है, ये है ओजी।
करना कुछ नहीं है, ना करे जनाब, ना करे ना।
ठीक है ना, भाई मैं पूरी हेट दूंगा इंडिया वालों को, ये मैं बता रहा हूँ, मैं माँ कसम नहीं छोड़ूंगा। लास्ट टाइम मैंने वॉच पार्टी नहीं की, ठीक है?
अच्छा।
जिसके ऊपर वो स्काउट जो है उठ के बोल रहा था, जिसको कोई देखता भी नहीं है अब, सही है
भाई, बहुत लोग देखते हैं
लेके।
कुछ नहीं भाई, देख रहा हूँ जरा। अरे यार वो इंस्टाग्राम पे ही सर्च हुआ। इस साले को तो डिलीट करवाऊंगा किसी दिन जीवन से।
where he's probably getting towards the later end of his career, this would be the perfect time for him to end up winning a global championship, especially the way that he was able to perform last year. He'll be able to pick it up, and I just want to see Aurora pop off. I want to see what would happen when all those teams pop off. Other teams that are going to be popping off and that are going to be looking to actually perform here are going to be Ulf and Furia. Furia, they need to start seeing that aggressiveness again, because that was the best time, and stay away from driving around. Drive-bys, no.
They love using the cars in these finishes, especially Ayala. Going to calm it down, especially when pushing onto E-Arena in that open finish outside of Yasnaya Lake. But we had so many great moments that really stood out for Furia and also Ulf, right? The Wolf pack and also the Jaguar pack were also looking really strong at this moment. But in particular, I'm looking at these teams, they kept getting second places, right? You're looking at Furia, second place in PMMI, snatched away with a smash ruling by Nongshim Red Force. Then you're looking at Ulf, PMG Season 1 in Jakarta, second place. PMGC before that, second place just behind Alpha 7. They've been close so many times in the past, but it's time to put those rumours to bed. The Sukkening is not happening. Can we call it that? Is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, we have the Dockening, we have the Sukkening. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, wait, that can go. Wait. We'll do that next, just for you. We'll
it
make
used to be the Alpha 7, but then that's not a thing anymore because they ended up winning. And now they just exactly.
Oh no, I'm very intrigued to see both of these teams here. Just to add to your point, Max, is for me, looking how both of these teams play, Furia is very methodical, very calculated, so that kind of feels like they're a little bit slow, but they're very proactive. They will make a fight happen, whereas Ulf, they're more reactive. And so when you come to those two different strategies, it's kind of going to be really interesting to see, as the smash comes in, as that pressure comes in, who's actually going to benefit from that.
Yeah, one person that it's currently not with us, but I know that they definitely want to talk about Furia, especially with their driver license, is none other than Lace. Lace, I don't know where you're currently at, so let's see if she's going to give the driver license back to Furia or just keep it away.
Look, this is what we're going to discuss. Kalaris, Jackie, and Lace here. Obviously, we have our teams that are leading the pack, the Arenas, Aurora, Nongshim, but we are going to talk about Rondo, specifically the map coming up, along with our middle pack teams. And one of these teams, Kalaris, for Thrives, our PMWC champions at 77 points. What are their expectations today, especially going into Rondo?
I think they've got to make some adjustments, to say the least. Obviously, our first day, second day for Thrives, they were looking a bit of a shadow of their former selves compared to what we saw in the group stage. They looked a bit more opportunistic there, as well as able to allow Falak's gunplay to really kind of flex out against some of these teams. So I need to see them just almost take a few more risks, but just kind of find themselves like a bit more forcefully moving into some of these circles, as opposed to sitting on the edge meekly and not really kind of doing much.
And Rondo's the map to take risks, right? Yeah. We expect this is where you will gather most of those eliminations. And obviously, they got to chat a little bit about Furia, but Jackie, I want to pick your brain about Furia, because we all know how I feel in their drive-by special, but this is a team that sort of can maximize eliminations, and they are at 74 points. What do you think expectations lie on Furia coming into this?
I think they know domestically how to approach Smash rules. They're going to be playing a little bit more aggressive here. They're going to basically come into this one with the mindset of we need big games, right? Not only do you need to go into it with the mindset of we need 11 to 14 elims in this game. That's the kind of safe.
ये देखना साला
यार
अबे कुत्तों की तरह
एडमिनो ओ भाई
औकात औकात
यार
औकात की बात कर रही है धाटू
भाई कैसे बच गई ये तो
साले आटा वाटा है घर पे के नहीं
1v3 था 1v3 था बोर्ड नहीं था
नहीं चारों मारी उसने भाई नो व्हाट आज अगर तो मेरिट की बात करनी है ना तो मैं अप्रिशिएट बहुत अच्छा हमारा बीटीआर
यार मेरी बात सुन अच्छा नहीं मारा और कोई अच्छा नहीं मारा वो बीटीआर वाले सीधा सीधा घुस रहे थे वो बॉट फायर देके बुलाया उन्होंने सोचा बॉट होगा आगे तो फील्डिंग लगी हुई थी
यार ये तो क्यों घुस रहे हैं
एआई है भाई एआई है
नहीं यार
एआई है भाई घंटा जो एआई है
हंसी में एडमिनो
सड़ी का
एडमिनो
देख नहीं रही भाई जितने धाटू होते हैं पाकिस्तान वाले मतलब कुछ लोग
dive into it. We have had so much going on here in our championship weekend. And right now, 2 grand finals have officially completed. Yesterday, over in chess, it was Magnus Carlsen who was able to take home the title when he faced off against Denis Lazovic. That, of course, means that Liquid got the 1,000 points when it comes to the club championship, and AGAL were managing to get that 750 points that were already accounted for last time we spoke. But that wasn't the only grand finals that happened. We then moved on over to the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet, where we had Rainbow Six Siege finishing their grand finals as well. That was a massive face-off between 2 Brazilian orgs in Furia and FaZe. And at the end of the day, it was FaZe who was able to take home the win despite all of the support from the Furia fans in the crowd. Both of those squads are also in the club championship as well, so some points on the board for them. But now we're focusing on what we've got going on here today, because we have 2 more grand finals that will be ending today. One of them will be in Rocket League. Now, they still have to determine which teams will make their way through to the grand finals, as they'll be starting off with their semifinals matches here today. And these are going to be some big ones when it comes to the club championship side of things, because on the top side of the bracket, we have KC versus Falcons, and we know how everyone is keeping their eyes on Falcons to see what they're able to do with the points. Then on the bottom side of the bracket, we have SSG and NIP. So it's going to be an action-packed day from Rocket League as well. But Devin, I'm going to send it back on over to you so we can get into what we have going on in PUBG Mobile today.
Shout out to the amazing Glitter Explosion, getting all those updates, running around to every single stage, and just keeping us updated with what's going on within that club championship ranking. But right now, I want to get some predictions out of you guys, because we've been getting the predictions out of the viewers. Max, which is the team that's going to be eliminated first in Rondo?
Oh, I thought we wanted like a pick of who's going to win. Eliminated first, Aurora. It seems like something they would do.
That's crazy. That's wild.
No. For you, I'm going to switch it up.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Slow down.
All right.
Which team is going to be winning Rondo?
Which team is going to be winning Rondo?
Godlike.
Godlike. Do it.
It ain't happening. Sorry, guys.
Dang.
Don't listen to him.
Oh, no. Hold on. That might be a good thing, because they might be able to just reverse that curse. And it could be a blessing here for Fourth Rise. But ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking enough. We've been waiting for this moment to start. And I think it's time we get started with PMWC at EWC 26. The final day.
Final day. अभी प्लेयर्स नहीं आए हैं भाई, आ रहे हैं क्या? हाँ, वो आ रहे होंगे. एंकर, फोर्स. एंट्री देते हैं भाई. PWC वालों ने बुलाया है भाई। मुझे लगा था किसी इंडिविजुअल टीम्स वगैरह का परफॉर्मेंस होगा।
Journey has been relentless and the finish line is in sight. Just 6 maps sit between your team and the PMWC title.
But Barney, the Smash pool is here, so anyone who hits 122 points can snatch the victory with one last chicken dinners and become our champion.
There's something brutally honest about the final day.
Indeed.
Don't give me excuses, just give me results. My name is Barney Banks and I'm your host alongside the awesome Looty. And welcome to Smash Sunday!
I hope you're ready, Atom, because we are ready. So it's time to welcome one last time our finalists on stage, starting with Al Hula Club Esports!
भाई फिर से एंट्री दिखा रहे हैं सबकी फाइनल डे है ना।
Orangutan!
Ida Esports!
Team Vitality!
Godlike Esports!
क्या लगता है भाई शक्ल पे क्या दिख रहा है लोगों के?
Esports!
भाई पूरा थोड़ी चेंज है।
Team Flash!
चेंज का भी दिमाग खराब है।
Tianba!
पूरी तो कुछ है भाई।
For Thrives Esports!
Wolf Esports!
Nigma Galaxy!
S2G Esports!
Aurora Gaming!
Nongshim Red Force!
And finally, leading the charge, we have E-Arena!
क्या कर रहा है भाई ये?
Every single one of these teams has proven that they belong on the Gadia City grid. Today, they fight to be the last team standing.
Only one key will remain intact. After Alpha 7 and Yangon Galacticos, the throne sits empty and Paris demands a champions. The dawn of the final is here. This is PMWC 2026 at EWC.
Months of preparation, thousands of hours played, and sacrifices have led to this point. Life-changing money sits on the horizon and a legacy that dreams are
2
made
मिनट में
of.
चालू होने वाला है भाई।
We saw it in the group stage. We saw it in the survival stage. These teams are here for a reason, and every single one of them can actually clutch it all and become our BMWC champion.
Why not?
Rondos we've had at this event have been ludicrous. There's been so many huge games. E-Arena, one team that's already shown we can break records here live at EWC. So yeah, I think it's going to be a spicy start on Rondos.
That's how they finish it! Thailand makes a stand here at EWC. An incredible 39-pointer!
E-Arena barely made it here into the finals, and now they're looking on top of the leaderboards. If they could just continue to be a little bit consistent, we should be able to see them win the whole thing.
It's just Raouf, and that is it. E-Arena get the first chicken dinner here today.
พวกเรารู้ดีครับว่ามีอะไรเป็นเดิมพัน
प्रेशर तो है हम इसके लिए तैयार भी हैं और बाकी हम यहाँ पे compete करने आए हुए हैं
My opinion on Four Thrives is that they're actually a very talented team. I think they've got a lot of firepower. They're proving that in a LAN environment like this internationally, they can show up and be a dark horse to contend. They've got championship mentality, and I think we're going to see that today.
Oh, it gets the secure Four Thrives. Finally shut down E-Arena.
The team that surprised me the most got to be Nigma Galaxy. I mean, they were getting hot dropped by Ida almost the whole tournament, and they're at the top of leaderboards. They can actually win this whole thing.
Down to the last man in Joel. They need to isolate the peak as he hits Lord Heavy, but he's gone.
That is insane. I've got to eat my words on that one as well. I mean, for Nigma Galaxy, what a good game.
The team that I think is actually going to win the event might be a bit of a dark horse right now, but I think they've been looking consistent and can actually get in there to take it. And my pick would be Nongshim Red Force. They've had great communication, great structural plays in how they're advancing into the zone, but the firepower's all come alive just when it needed to, and that aggression could win it.
So Easy wants to live up to his name as the punishing play arrives, and it's Nongshim Red Force with the chicken dinner.
저희를 교전으로 상대했을 때 긴장하셔야 될 겁니다.
My dream scenario is if we see 6 matches with like 6, 7 teams in the Smash Zone just battling it out to see who's gonna take the whole thing. And the most wildest thing ever, if we just see like a 6th place team somehow clutch up a chicken dinner and win it. Like that, to me, that would be just the best.
The stage is set. Our team's in position. And like Lutty said on the stage, the dawn of the final day has finally arrived, Blank, and everyone is sat in anticipation here live in Paris, France, for a new champion to be crowned, the new 4 kings of PUBG Mobile.
And there could be quite a few contenders for that throne right now. A lot of princes down by the stage looking to dethrone. We got Nongshim Red Force looking very good from yesterday. E-Arena were able to snatch out that first place spot right at the end there with a lovely second place coming through for the team. But it all comes down to this. 6 more remaining matches, but potentially less. With that Smash ruling in place now, there is that possibility to end the tournament early. Second match minimum, as we do need to get towards that Smash point during that first game here. Very possible to do here on Rondo. We've got the fans in the crowd all supporting their teams, family, friends here in Paris.
Let's go, guys.
And with that said, Paris, it's all on you. Let your voices echo throughout the history books. Light this all up. Let's give these teams some energy.
भाई मेरे हिसाब से तो Godlike का पहले चिकन आ रहा है.
Will it get louder as the day goes on? That is for certain. Right now, a lot of trepidation in the arena as we head into the first match of the final day here in EWC at PMWC. From Judena City up to Nanshuan. We're getting it kicked off here for PUBG Mobile. A lot of money on the line right now. Only a few teams can hit it. 4 teams past the triple digits. It is really not that far away to hit the smash point, which is currently set at 122.
A lot riding on this one. We were talking about those middle of the pack teams, opportunities for you to leapfrog up the standings. Rondo is the dream battleground for it. A hell of a starting point, Blank. But it can't just be an acceptable game. It's got to be huge eliminations. We're talking within the region of 11 to 14 plus. Really make the most of this one. Aim for that chicken dinner. And if possible, take down the teams that are ahead of you along the way. That's going to be a salient talking point longer the day goes on as well. If they're in the smash zone, you've got to stop them. Risk it all or have your dreams snatched away.
Nongshim Red Force, E-Arena, both dropping out in the same position. We do have big old hot drop over towards Neox. Every team understanding need to pick up those points right now. Ida already starting alongside with Aura. It's going back and forth, but S2G also finding some points their way. But 2 eliminations so far, and only locks down. This is a good result thus far for S2G. The 2 Turkish squads going head to head here.
Catch, trying to catch back up close and personal. Ooh, Kamikaze with a quick drop down. Subverts expectations on the pull. Love the movement. Ready for the pre-fire as well. Oh, he's feeling himself in the finals today, Blank.
Ooh, just absolutely flipped around that corner there. Didn't really have much of a challenge. Faux pas coming through from Kedge. Kamikaze, though, looking on fire as per usual. Picture in picture, we got Aurora coming against Godlike. Aurora not that far behind either to hit that smash, ruling Eren down, and Kamikaze keeps lighting up this stage.
He's been a real meme machine of the competition. Great story for him as an individual with some of the plays he's been making. But like you touched on, we saw it down at the bottom left, now we get it full screen. This is Aurora. They've had some good moves. Got to keep it consistent. That's the name of the game. Don't let things poison the well the longer today goes on. Furia showing up in the Elim feed in a fight versus Ida as well. And we go over to E-Arena, clashing up close towards Flash. Turney K overwhelmed after getting one off with a pump, but he's got backline protection. Well, not for long. That's the flick back over. Schweppes goes in. Can he recover it, Blank?
Absolutely, seems this way. Only 3 players here, as per usual. As we know, from Rondo, usually have a 3-man send-out, and 1 player will be the backup on the res. That is Bozy right now. For Flash, Amino moves in. Refus is down. Straight away. Some good shots off right there, leaving Aurora in a bit of a pickle. Only 2 players alive. They're over towards the north side of test track, but a good showing there from Godlike. IQ inside the building. That's Hyunmin. Gets smacked down with the M24 from AKOP at range.
It's a beautiful shot. Nongshim wanted to first onto this a little bit further though. Tizzy just playing on the lip of the window here. T24 down outside, IQ trying to play off his info, bait around here just towards the other side. He's got back up in Falak. Oh, good pre-fire, expected a peek. That one's going to do a little bit of chip damage, but he wants the whole hog. Charges back in, door closed, spams around. Upsets Falak on the peak, but the response comes back over from IQ. Charging him down with the SMG.
Honestly, for Tizzy there, he's working no vest, no helmet, playing like he has got all the armor in the world. 12K, 6 bullets. Can't quite handle the jump out there. Tried to go for the drop shot on that one. So easy. Is good to go, though. Gets the players back up and in position. But this is all the way over towards Ryan. Right on the north side of the map, so a bit of a journey to go. OG also popping off over towards the likes of Alula. Take a fair bit of damage there, but Tizzy's back in. Good to continue. E-Arena, though, good start for them. We know that they like to flex out around Stadium, get themselves some eliminations where they can. Already started off in a good way over towards Flash. Those 3 points are further towards that smash rule. We have seen multiple times in international before, when we get to those finals, teams can't quite make it to get into that region of smash point on the second match. They got to be lucky. And if you want to be lucky at home, you got to join the 2026 PMWC Lucky Spin to draw for the exclusive set only available here for PMWC.
And it may be lucky for those of you at home, but it's been good decision making and some great gunplay for OG that's made the difference coming into the early fight here versus Alula and Ida, farming themselves up to 6 elims. That's what we're talking about for all these teams. You've got to have a big performance here. But none other are beating out 4 Thrives with the 7 they've been able to farm up after shutting down, of course, Nongshin Red Force in the cheeky plays we were seeing through the windows. 4 Thrives, bro. If they can keep this up, get that nice hot hand going early, Blank, you're already about halfway there, man. Just keep working on this. Keep farming up the elims. We've got a long game ahead of us. We're only 6 minutes into this game 1 on Rondo. It'd be the dream scenario to start the day. Climb as high as you can.
The arena moving over towards Furia. They are isolated. Silence away. Ayala opens up in a big way there over towards Schweppes. Takes him down almost immediately, and that does make their lives much, much easier. Going forward, Tony K will ascend. Bullets been splashed against the wall there. Ayala sends down, pin pulled. Ayala's going to make it confusing, make it difficult. Pin's put back in again. 2 players do step up to the plate now for Furia. The reinforcements are in. Isolated no more. Joker and Tony K will have to fight for their lives.
Close quarters combat. Nade pulled, bounced round. Not going to deal any damage though onto the Furia squad. They know how to play in these sort of lobbies with this much pressure, with Smash looming over them. They can dig their heels in deep and start to stand strong, but it's one step at a time. And E-Arena are the first challenge for them right now. It's Godlike that are also just on the periphery of this, getting information for free with all the noise that's being exchanged between the 2 squads. Chief further back on the other side of the bollards, throwing the nades in as well.
I have an interesting setup here because they've got a big old split on over towards Testract and Neox. Very dangerous area to be in. So again, for E-Arena, you do have Schweppes as well as Mormon in the backlines in Stadium. They're waiting, poised, because they're sort of certain this fight is not going to go well. Require a bit of a sick play. Sick couple of plays from Tony K and Joker to get this working.
Tony K, he's just been arming that nade, waiting for an opportunity to get the most out of it. Yeah, quick head count on the util. He's only got 2 nades and 1 Molotov in the back pocket. Fury is starting to clear out the building. They want to go floor by floor, but they run into Joker. Good first hit. They respond back in kind. A 1-for-1 trade. And Tony K with a nade. That's one of the 2 thrown out. It was a good primer, but no direct connection. He's going to be baited down as well. Could be stung from the back here. Oh, the bounce is big. Turn around as well. So close back, but couldn't hit it.
So close. You can feel in that moment there was almost a clutch potential. Luckily for E-Arena, they can move back over towards Stadium, move back into the circle, but what a long journey it's going to be to get over towards Lo Hua Xing on the eastern side. 4 Thrives though, you're right, man. What they've been doing so far is good. Kalash has talked about it earlier, wants them to be a bit more aggressive on those entries. Lurking around the outside edges a little bit too much when they have the gumption, they have the capability to play those central positions. But for E-Arena, I think they were just gambling with the points there. If they get the full 4-man flush, then massive addition to the points tally. Still, getting those 10 points isn't always easy. Doesn't always come on that first game. Nongshim coming in from that north side. S2G do have a player down in the dirt. Look to get him res back up again, but Nongshim with a pretty decent injection on that northern side gives him a lot of maneuverability. A lot of capability to actually gatekeep on the northern edge if they so wish. Maintain control of some of that high ground, some of those roads that teams will want to cross back into.
It's almost poetic. It's been twice inside of this game we've seen STG and Ulf going against each other. Ulf coming into it to start the day here. They were in 8th place. I believe 61 eliminations over the course of the finals. Up to that point, they were in a pretty good form when it came to fighting. They just got to maintain that pressure. 2 elims here. We've got the rotate coming over from Aurora. Furia out of the mix early though, Blank. And that's not what we expected to see.
Godlike though, 10 eliminations. You can only imagine that full squad wipe over towards Fury came through from Godlike with a small assist from 4 thrives. Yeah, Godlike certainly trying to put their name on the map today, but it feels a little late for them. At 67 points, they can earn those big rankings today. Grab some more cash on board, a bit more pride for the country as well. Overall, really big step up in that last day, which is why I was saying on day one, you got to give these boys time. It's their first time at an international here at PMWC, so realistically, they just needed a little bit of acclamation, essentially. And once that was done, they looked pretty damn good going in towards the later portions of yesterday and already starting out strong here on the first game of the day. Circle continues to center up around Mayran. S2G controlling a very, very good spot. It has been good control over the center for S2G throughout the majority of games. Some very good rotates. I mean, Solke has been in the game such a long time at this point. And that veteran mindset is really coming into play here, where he's seen a lot of these circles before. He's seen a lot of these rotates, and he can really lead the team to victory. Yeah, some of the gun skill maybe isn't there for this guy, but he's still giving it gas when needs be. I think Solke's had a great step up, considering the amount of time he's been in this esport.
You've got a lot of talent on that roster. You can pass the baton too if you need to rely on someone for a sick play mechanically as well. So certainly armed for some good fights. Talking of which, Aurora getting line of sight over onto the Vitality migration as they wanted to make a move straight past. Few shots on target, resulting in them going down to a 3-man squadron. And Aurora that also have a similar flight path back over towards the zone. I'm curious as well, bro, the push down from Nongshim Red Force, Thunder-footed their way into the zone early. I was saying the consistency of this team looked good, but it's the fact they've turned on this aggression. They're willing to fight for a good position now, Black.
I mean, playing over towards the northeast side of Mayran, I mean, it's a bold maneuver, right? You don't try and play to hold out teams on the outer edge. But they don't get themselves too stuck into Mayran either. So they have accessibility to the rest of the zone. But this is a livable position in what is a bit of a dastardly circle. Now, E-Arena, we saw them coming in very late. They played over towards Stadium for a long time. Go over to recuperate after 2 players in Tony K. As well as Joker went down to the Fury a lot. Heels, though, of OG.
One's going to jump out. He loves to scrap. In the meantime, the Elim feed's lighting up and the crowd's getting excited because Godlike, it looked like it was a struggle of a fight versus Ida, but they've turned it right around. They lose 1 player and are able to clean out the entire squad. So goodbye, good night, Ida. The second team to exit stage left in our opening game of Rondo. Whilst E-Arena continue to chase OG.
Keeping it pretty cool here inside of E-Arena. Smash ruling always changes how these teams play. So crazy as well. Godlike's just hit the 14th elimination on this game. They are cracking it open at the moment. Looks great to see. But yeah, for E-Arena, I do think you're getting ahead sometimes, where for this game, for them, doesn't matter so much about getting ginormous points, but what does matter is just getting enough so you open up the capability throughout the rest of the day to hit that smash. But you can get in your head about it. You absolutely can. Soka moves up towards the western side. Nongshim is extremely pleased with this shift, as they were already in Meiran, as we stated earlier. E-Arena was a little bit slow to the punch. Vitality finds the first here in top, but Axel will go down once again. Aurora has been hounding Vitality the entire game.
No punches pulled there. Clean uppercuts. And with Vitality out, they'll be able to save their mate, get top back on his feet, recover from this. They saw the rotation from Hora, hard committing to get past them now, trying to get into the zone themselves. Meanwhile, Nongshim Red Force actually getting vision of their entry point, and they've instantly dispatched 2 of the players. They're pincered as well. Lula on the other side. This is a ton of info for Nongshim and some extra points.
Look at this shot from Doc. Really, really good stuff. Double spray down on the roll-up is crazy, even before they get anywhere close to the compound itself. And not a single dash of damage sent back his way. Very, very nice initial game here from Aurora, but they have a long way to go. Nick Galaxy currently holding the backside on that southern edge. S2G blasting bullets in as Alula holds back Flash. Over towards the water side. Aaron out in the open, waits for the reload to come through and then makes the cross. Good timing on that one.
These two sides hounding each other the entire time on Rondo. Feels like they're mirroring each other. Ooh, Orangutan from the side getting a look in as well. Soke feels that one. Gotta drop off. Meanwhile, the team with a whole load of elims and Godlike wrapping down potentially to get a bit of a scout over towards the setup from E-Arena, Blank.
E-Arena would be really bad to go out right now, and I can actually tell that E-Arena is playing fairly passive because they didn't take the opportunity, despite being ahead of OG, to hit Meiran hard. OG's actually been able to take up that position. But E-Arena, they want to live this game out. They are really giving a lot of teams liberties right now just to survive. One knock goes back over towards Godlike's way. They will reassess. But it's not carnage just yet.
No, it's not, but it is a little bit of a crowbar that's been dashed at them, slowing them down on their potential aggressive play. That was from 4 Fribes as well, by the way. And yeah, we're hyping up the Godlike maneuvers, but they're currently sat on 11 elims themselves. And if they can vie for control of a decent position off the back of this skirmish inside, hey, maybe 4 Fribes are coming alive early.
What's great for 4 Fribes, right? In PMGO Season 1, they were sort of the back seat because they came in with Smash Point very early on the first day. And I think that pressure got to them a little bit. It went all the way to match 6. They weren't able to put a lot of points, but they managed to make it through. The Arena, though, sending over. Joker does need to reinforce those backlines. Good shots from Schweppes, but immediately gets taken down by Hazaifa. At distance, Manya up to the rock, but realizes he's got to push back off this one. Tony K, full broadside here. Manya should be able to pick up this flush. Good nade again, though. Now just S-Power. A lot to do, but this is the man to do it.
He's the clutch factor. Ooh, saved by the bell on the nade. So low. Able to keep his head above water for a few more seconds.
Good bounce back.
Squad.
Oh my God.
Bounces over, shuts down S-Power. Salme out. Adamino, the only one left now. That deployable cover barely keeping him alive.
3 players up still for E-Arena, looking to get further into this game. Admino might be able to go for the res if he goes for it now. I think they're going to sweep round in the vehicle, try and figure out what's going on back there. S-Power still down, knocked. Schweppes moves up, goes for the drive-by, has the information, and that is Godlike out. So a good refresh on the gear, at least for E-Arena. Some more nades available. More ammo. They could swing back down towards that compound on the south side they held earlier on, because this is a hard south shift away from Meiran. E-Arena getting thrown a bone here, but still they have 3 players. They are not at full force. Let's see how they play this out.
In the midst of this, that elongated battle that's gone on the whole map here between S2G and Ulf continues, edge guarding them coming out of the blue and keeping shots on target. It's worked out slightly worse for Ulf, down to a duo, but we do say goodbye to Solke on S2G, so a triple threat remains there. There was some fighting over from Nongshim onto OG inside Meiran as well. They were taking pot shots at them, so a three-man squad living on amongst that. And Four Thrives consistently keeping their head on a swivel as well. They were peppering bullets over to the E Arena encounter with Godlike. Yes, they got some knocks, but none of those converted into points.
S2G desperately trying to make the cross right now. A couple of shots, but the vehicle, it is very low HP. Smoking now and on fire. They have to get out. They're just about in the zone. Same can't be said for both there. But Alula's going to continue to put the hurt on. I think Enigma Galaxy wanted to move around on that eastern side, see what they could pick up, but all those points have been dashed away. Still a 5-pointer on the game with the 3 players Enigma Galaxy hold. They're on the other side to E Arena. I like this though, actually. They've got Joker as well as Schweppes playing the northwest edge whilst Morgan takes down the compound. They're looking for exit frags here, Jackie.
Between S2G, it's an intense day. Got to clear the bag instantly off the back of a game 1 like that. And Mormon did set himself up just as you suspected early, and then have played a little bit more of a scouting play to keep themselves at least aware of what's occurring up between the setup of Four Thrives and OG. A lot of noise, a lot of free info from that.
Don't mind this too much. Just trying to create a little bit of a dip to play around as players will attempt to leave from Meiran. That's OG on the north side. Likely first to leave. It's a gamble play, but they know they're close. They know they're close. As soon as they start getting into those placement points, they get a couple more eliminations. They're set. Their goal in this game was far easier than most. Not looking for that chicken dinner, man. Back up into Meiran. Goodness me, we went back down south, back up north, and now Schweppes has got to go pick up Mormon. Plays up by the roadside. Not definite this ends in the urban area. Enigma Galaxy might want to make a sense soon. OG loses 1 on a knock. Not flush though. Four Thrives looking fantastic right now this game. 11 eliminations, holding a strong 2-2 split inside of Meiran, controlling both the run out from OG and scouting towards Nongshim.
With Nigma turning their attention onto Flash, you can see Schweppes had already identified their setup far over. He was waiting for an opportunity to actually shoot some bullets their way. That was the call for it. No raw connection from this. He spots Satan on the rotate with the vehicle as well. Still debating if he can actually get some pot shots here, trusting in his source from distance. And this is also amongst the Lula that are pushing up onto Four Thrives. They knew they were fighting OG. They took a few pot shots, but now Quick's trying to take at least a little bit more aggressive space off them.
I think Galaxy in a struggle position. E Arena can play very slow here. They don't have to peek too much. Ralph already down there. Should go down to the play zone. Enigma Galaxy is going to try and go for that southern push on this one. Like you said, Schweppes identified their position very early. The shots are coming through. They don't want these points to be stolen from the players inside of Meiran. Schweppes opens up, but looks like those points might be going another way. Nongshim getting some great damage, just playing into that engagement between Alula as well as Flash there. Gonna be long grenades on this one though, Jackie.
Decent chuck. That one might be good. Bounces into the back. It's chip damage, but no conversion. Ooh, bursting just in front of Satan. They've got one smoke to try and pop. Hey, this is dastardly. You are trapped in a hellish position whilst the other squads are scrapping through each other, so the lobby's starting to thin here.
It's tempting for E Arena just to push this. Getting in towards 6th place, right? You're very close at that point with 2 eliminations. You could just sack your game here to go for it. Joker's going to try and get a different angle on this one, move up over towards Mormon, put some more emphasis over towards Meiran. If we go a little bit further south here, the game actually does open up for E Arena mainly. Four Thrives also have a good capability of leaving from this area. Wonder how many vehicles they've still got left with the tires in play. Yasser will take down Bozy, and that's the end of Flash. I mean, Nongshim Red Force has been consistently peppering that engagement, but it is Alula who's got away with the majority of the points on that one with 11.
Yeah, there's been a lot of harassment of all of these squads from Nongshim and 4-5s, consistently taking pot shots out, making the fights more uncomfortable for either team involved. For E-Arena, if Nongshim actually keep this up in terms of a safe placement in the zone, some big plays, you might need to shut them down. Going to pull slightly away from their setup, though, centering up around the 4-5s crew of E-Arena, knowing they can advance a little bit on this.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity now for 4-5s going forward. Get a chicken dinner here. You set yourselves up to get potentially into Smash ruling by match 2, by the end of match 2. Very cool to see both E-Arena and Nongshim Red Force. None of it was small talk at the start of the day. They were certainly looking to make it very, very difficult for any other team immediately going into match 2. Putting the worry on, requiring teams to keep tabs on them, potentially even hunt them down to keep their tournament alive. Because as soon as they smash, the game's finished. There's no longer any more opportunity to rectify those mistakes from previous days. You will just be locked in where you currently stand. Which is why it's such great news that 4-5s are having such a big pop-off here on game 1.
They're bringing the heat, showing that they're handy with the steal. And for Alula, try as they might to absorb points from this lobby, they're so far down that it's been uncomfortable.
What happened there?
I mean, it was danger close, mate. He got one knock onto OG, but it took down a member amongst the commotion for 4-5s.
224 netting out for Lack, like you say, a bit of an accidental play there, but not the one you want to see. Always praise for Lack's gunplay. Basically a legend in close quarters, so to lose him in an urban finish, disastrous result here. Hyunbin, though, will find R3B. To send a nade over the top immediately to confirm. Is that in the window? I was going to say, that is a long lob on that one. By this time, it's a bit more difficult to hit that one. But OG lose WizGod. He's getting picked up, though, off in the distance as OG moves in, but it's Joke from the sidelines actually finding Aru. They're consistently harassing from this outside edge. Played that compound down towards the south side, then just playing off this ridge side around the road, but ooh, it is time to leave now.
Gonna have to force the issue, jump back behind the driving wheel and get into the zone. For OG, it's so uncomfortable because you are just being completely cut off from all angles. The back line's covered by E-Arena, nades from the front in from 4-5s. They cannot peek in any regard. He's going in crazy. Okay, into the building. 4-5's ready for it. Zypher strikes first. Sweep, sweeps under the rug. Goodbye, good night. T24 with a nade from the top. He sees Joker, but it's Lord that steals it from Nigma Galaxy. Nade over onto WizGod in the meantime, as well as Yasha falls to Hyunbin. It's all turning into carnage.
More man. Last left alive here. I think it's one more placing they need on this one, Jackie, as well. One more elimination would also do the trick. They want to get themselves up towards 5th place, but it would be so awful to go into match 2 1 point away from Smash ruling. Does not have a position to play, though. Everyone's completely looking his way. Might have been better to hedge his bets down towards Nigma Galaxy and just try and take a one-on-one trade. Just wonder if they actually know how many points they've currently garnered on this game and how close it gets them. You'd expect them to, right?
Honestly, for 4-5s, it's probably worked out in a way with that charge in.
Oh,
Oh, mate, the nade on Mormon. Okay, goodbye, you.
Oh, they're on it. They're on it. So it was. 6th place is fine. We're good.
They're safe for now. That's what they needed. And with Schweppes charging into that compound, he gave them some extra ammunition. They were having to make concessions, Blank. You can see about 80 rounds of 5.56 left for him. So they've been able to restock up. Nongshim, though, still making plays, and they got loads of ammo to spray with. Shots down on target from XCY. Hits onto another man. OG, you have just been trapped, taking punch after punch for so long. They're punch drunk in the back line.
For Nongshim Red Force is where all the storylines converge. Chicken dinner would be ideal, but a few more eliminations and a second place would get them in towards that position. A pitched battle between Nongshim Red Force as well as E-Arena going straight into match 2. Good nade over the top from AKOP opens up the door here for them to move in. Hazaifa leaning onto this one. AKOP's down, leaving just WizGod. Goodness me, Nick McGalaxy's still going. It's Lord of all people. Finally taken out, but top 3 now. Nongshim Red Force ever closer to a chicken dinner and set themselves up alongside with E-Arena at the top.
The solo savagery was nice to watch, but now it all goes down to the 2 squads that were in a prime position on Rondo for so long. The duo of 4 Fribes versus the full force of Nongshim. They charge up onto the compound. T24 topside. Hazaifa rearming himself. Shotgun to play with if they come charging through the door. So easy. Dashes the nade onto the lower levels. Wants to ascend up. Nade in, masking some of the sound. So easy to peek this. Looking for the third angle, just through the window, catches a glimpse, but they read it right. They try and keep him pinned back. He's got to heal.
XZY, got to be a good nade through the window. Good damage off the back of that one. The burst is lovely. The play zone will take down Hazaifa. And Nongshim Red Force start the day off with a chicken dinner. Can they grab another after this to close down the entire tournament? They've got Red Force, they've got Daka. This team looks good.
Nongshim have seen red, and the aggression has come out when it's needed. Fighting harder, pulling out huge eliminations on Rondo, and still playing so consistent with their setups.
I mean, a technical back-to-back as well from yesterday. Last Miramar into first Rondo. Nongshim is just a different beast coming into these last 2 days of finals. Especially coming off such a long 8-game day set into day 3. You're in the finals. It's getting nerve-wracking. You just open with a chicken dinner. These guys must be so confident.
They don't look rattled. They don't look bothered whatsoever by the sheer pressure that's on their shoulders. We know there's going to be a new champion, and Nongshim are eyeing up that trophy. They want it branded with their organization, their legacy. And if they keep this up, Blank, there is a decent chance they damn well do it.
Just fantastic stuff. Good to see Nick McGuice as well. Lord stepping up right at the end there. 4 Thrives also making some more aggressive plays, which is great to see. They had some familiar faces. I think E-Arena panicked a little bit, but they just about made it right at the end there. Losing for lack for 4 Thrives was a fairly big deal, but OG also getting in towards a late game. Aru making some good calls that match. I think Nick Begalaxy also was very resilient that game to get where they did from where they were playing, so difficult, and then Lord able to sneak his way in.
Oh man, you were bigging up Lord earlier into the tournament, right? Saying it's the fact that you've got Coops and Lord. That sort of collective in unison that's doing so much for this team. And again, there, in a situation where it felt like you were out, Lord goes off with the solo shenanigans. Oh yeah.
Hey, do you know what that is?
He's got the Brandon on the go, mate.
That is the stamp to get into the Winners Club. Nongshim fighting. We'll be back soon.
Hi everyone, I'm Rick, producer of PUBG Mobile. For the past 8 years, PUBG Mobile has continued to grow together with players around the world. And even today, we are still fully committed to this battleground. We are continuing to invest more resources, improve the experience, and bring PUBG Mobile to more players in more ways. Today, I'm excited to share something important with you. New app, PUBG Mobile Lite. First, PUBG Mobile Lite is not about making a smaller game with a smaller experience. It's about maintaining the high-quality PUBG Mobile standard while giving players a lighter and more accessible way to play. We know that different players have different needs. Some players want the full PUBG Mobile experience with richest content, all sorts of highest quality gameplays, and everything the game has to offer. For those players, PUBG Mobile will continue to be the best choice. But some players want to jump into battle faster, save more stories, and reduce the burden on their devices. That is why we are creating PUBG Mobile Lite. PUBG Mobile Lite is a lighter version of PUBG Mobile, built for players who want a faster and more flexible way to enter the battleground. The initial download is only around 1 GB on Android and under 2 GB on iOS. There is no extra mandatory package before your first match. Once the download is complete, you can load in and get straight into the battleground. We also made PUBG Mobile Lite more flexible. You can choose which extra modules to download based on how you like to play. At the same time, PUBG Mobile Lite is still connected to the PUBG Mobile experience. The classic Orango map, supplies, and core combat are designed to match PUBG Mobile, so the battle experience remains authentic and uncompromised. If you already have a PUBG Mobile account, you can log in with it on PUBG Mobile Lite. Your own items can carry over, so you can continue using the outfits you love. You can also team up with your friends on PUBG Mobile, so your squad can stay together with no social barrier. Going forward, PUBG Mobile Lite will stay updated alongside PUBG Mobile, so players can enjoy new content together. We are targeting an official launch PUBG Mobile Lite later this year. Please stay tuned for more updates, and you can pre-register in the store from August 25th. Whether you are discovering PUBG Mobile for the first time or returning to the battleground, we are excited to welcome you to PUBG Mobile Lite. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. See you on the battleground.
We will see you on the battleground. PUBG Mobile Lite pre-register August 25th. I'm excited for it, Max. I know you'll probably end up making a video about it on your Instagram, which is what? Remind me again?
Those Maxman Cast right now on Instagram. But no, I get comments, I'm not joking, Seven, every single day about PUBG Mobile Lite. When is it coming back? When is it going to get an update? It's getting an update later this year. Oh my goodness, the world is going to be loving some more PUBG Mobile action.
100%. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are. But I'm excited for the match that we just had here, because E-Arena definitely able to cross that threshold for being in the Smash Zone.
I mean, they truly analysed the situation. They had every opportunity to get rid of NGX from that, I guess, southern side of zone. But no, they kind of already knew that they did enough to hit the threshold. And I mean, it was kind of all to Mormon's sort of intel on OG and for Thrives. They had quite a bit of line of sight on them, their position in zone, but incredibly calculated from them. But of course, we gotta talk about the tippity-top 4 Thrives right now.
We do gotta talk about 4 Thrives, because we were expecting aggressiveness out of this team, and boy, did we get it.
Boy, did we get it. 4 Thrives coming in hot today. This is exactly what I wanted to see from them. Did they slow down just slightly when I would have liked them to be a little bit more aggressive onto OG, onto
having one of their players flushed away, and now Hazaifa close up into the fight.
3, 2.
क्या करें सरकार ही ऐसी है। वो मिस्टर एथनोल है ना, वो मानने को ही तैयार नहीं है। पर उसकी भी क्या गलती? वो तो ये सब मोदी जी के कहने पे कर रहा होगा। मोदी जी चाहे ना तो वो ये सब रुकवा सकते हैं, उन पे है पावर। पर शायद वो चाहते ही नहीं है कि तेरे जैसों को बाइक चलाने का मौका मिले।
मैं तो एक बात बताऊं, तो तूने मेलोनी के बारे में ऐसा बोला कैसे है? तू क्या बोला? She begged for a selfie. इतना बड़ा हो गया तो ये बोलेगा अब तो, हाँ?
अरे लेकिन ये तो बताओ मोदी कि तुम्हें इतनी दिक्कत क्यों हो रही है? तुम्हारा और मेलोनी का कुछ चल रहा है क्या? मोदी?
क्यों? नहीं, we are just friends, अरे और रिक्शा वाले चला ले शायद, और कोई सवारी नहीं आ रही है, चल जल्दी।
नहीं, आज मुझे आधार कार्ड इन लड़कों को लगता है कि हम टट्टी लड़कियां, लेकिन इन्हें क्या पता कि हम भी कभी कभी इतने बड़े लैंड करना। इनसे मिलिए, ये है मेरे घर की दर्जी और ये मेरे घर पे लकड़ी का, और कभी घूरे जा रहे हैं सबके सब। मगा खुद पे ध्यान दे, बहुत हमारा क्या है, हम तो शुरू से ही गलत रास्ते पे हैं। और सुन, मैं परी गधे खुदी पहनना, समझा? भाया, मेरे आधार कार्ड के डीपी चेंज कर दो प्लीज।
अरे लेकिन पहले तो मैं आया था, पहले तो मेरा नंबर है। एक मिनट
じゃあ目の前のあいつが本物のマダラで、今までマダラだと思っていたのは。
江戸天聖越しに語ると陰気なやつだ。あなたの江戸天聖は特別性です。お前、俺の全盛期を知っているというのか？いえ、だからここで見せてください。ご家老、内派伝説の力。
狂ってばよ。
奴の目を直接見てはならんぞ。
お前も舞うか。
やっとできたぜ。みんな離れてくれ。
ドトン軽順眼の術。
ここまで砂が軽く、これなら。みんなできる限りここから離れろ。ケアルト
螺旋手裏剣。
死角の方向。やはりていたぞ。
なんだこりゃ、すげえ。
ずいぶん厳重ね。
これは確かに黄金を隠すにはふさわしい場所だね。
どうする？
ゴムゴムのピストル。あ、悪いぞろ。
おい、
すいません。
いやどうしたどうしたおいルイめんなやらせろ
止めてねえぞ
便利なやつだ。ちょっと待てよ。この後どうするつもりだよ。
悪いぞあいついつかぶった切ってやる優しいねお兄さん方そうだお名前は
俺はゾロ十郎浪人だ
俺はモンキーディー
椅子も机も何もないあるのは何の変哲もない暖炉が一つ普通気づくぞ
一番グローブへ急ぐぞ
ちょっと待ってこの森ってまだかてめえいつかぶった切る
悪いぞろ
報酬獅子鍋シュート
もう食べれねえってばよ
そう思うのがまともだろうな
もう興奮したら余計腹が
あいにくこの町ではまともなやつの方が珍しい
来た人違いか悪かった俺はてめえが嫌いだ何なんだやっぱお前か文句あんなら作り笑いなんかしてねえで正直にはっきり言いやがれお前ら何やってんだ旗盗まれたんだろ早く取り返さねえと早くこれほどけってばよなんでサニー号に乗ってんだジュースだってことかいやセカンド影分身の術わがままじゃねえんだ
シャカナビ撃ったのにまだベラベラ喋ってお前ムカつく
自分でも不思議に思うってばよ
ちょっと待ってくれ分かった正直に話す何もかも
友達だったらどうしたんだよ
俺の手にかかりゃどの一人や二人くらいどうってことねえんだよみんなが恐れる大盗賊別の盗賊に奪われた正直にすごい
無敵ドレイクマがついにお父上様のもとに。
なんだってばよ、怖いとこばっかしか見せらんなくって。もう復讐で殺し合うようなことしたくねえんだ。俺の
心しておけ。行くぞ。じゃあね、クソ野郎ども。てめえは手を出す。
お前の説明が悪いんだろ。これくらい俺が一人で運んでやる。
あなたの体はその目に合う体ではない。もう嘘をつく必要はない。てめえ。了解した。余裕があれば。リーダーが連絡を待っている。我々の捕獲が完了し次第3尾と4尾を同時に封印する手はずだからな。死にそうだな。年寄りは丁寧に扱え。
in prize pools as we go from 3rd, 4th, 5th place. So you want to be able to stay in this tournament as long as possible. And this one's going to be a fun one. We got a nice Eastern Circle.
I don't know about nice. It's certainly an Eastern Circle, though. It's going to push all the way out towards Milta, east of it, and Milta Power. Lepovka's in there as well. A lot of water here, Jukes. So that is going to be tricky to navigate. Nick the Galaxy will not be getting hot drop currently, but Ulf might try and step in. Ida clashing with Tianba over on the western side. A very, very close drop.
And of course, we got our big threat of the lobby on a bike. Finally finding a vehicle here. And they're going to go ahead and be looting all this north side of Georgeville Hospital area. And since it is such an Eastern Circle, right, I wonder how much these teams are going to be kind of even thinking about possibly a rotation camp. Things like that are going to start coming into play here. And man, this is gonna get intense.
Yeah, a lot of teams looking to put pressure on as the fight in near Gatka between Ida and Tianba is still popping off. Remember, this is an adjustment from Ida to move out this way with the plane path as south as it was. They are going to get stuck straight in with Tianba, and neither team is looking super happy about it. Aching on the inside of the building. Swain on the top floor now has Eagle to contend with as well. Drops a nade down to the ground floor. He tries to fend off the remaining two players. QZZ unlikely to get picked back up here. Does bleed out in the end. And a step forwards. Swain rebuffs. One more barrel, but it's not enough to blast it back. Tianba survived, but with only two players. And Horror can just move in and maybe just sweep this one through. A very strange hot drop coming through over on Gatka.
Terrible. I mean, honestly, Ida's disrupted this lobby so much, and Tianba are devastated. Now down to just two single players. Aching jumps out, just desperate, trying to do something for his squad, and Eagle is just standing still, just saying, like, not like this. Not like this.
Horror have been a little bit quieter during the course of these finals. Not the fans, that is, the players. The fans have been plenty loud and we've loved it, but they haven't quite had the performance that we were maybe expecting from them coming into the games in these finals. It's not quite good. It's not going to be enough. I don't see them catching up when we've already got two teams in that smash zone. It is a bit unfortunate. It is not great, but they can look pretty good in game. We know that. And one of the ways that you can look good in game at home is with the Naruto skins. Make sure you're heading into game to pick up the character sets, the Ninetales Fury Org, and you can look as good as anyone taking on those ninja challenges.
Yeah, get that ninjutsu going. And honestly, yeah, it seems like Aura, OG, they're going to need to bust some of that out if they want to be able to make a crazy run for it. Mathematically, it is still possible, right? If Aura, they start with 3, they're going to need a 20-point game here, a 20-point game in the next one, and maybe even another one after that.
It's triple back-to-back.
It's triple back-to-backs, you know what I'm saying? We still have enough games to do it. It's just going to be tough, especially considering that you got... There's going to be quite a few teams in that smash zone very, very quickly here. That's if this game even continues on after this one. So a lot of different factors to play out. The problem also is the fact that we get later and later into this tournament, the desperation is going to raise tremendously, right? So those teams in the mid-pack are going to even start playing hyper-aggressive because they're going to know, right? Their coaches are going to tell them, hey, man, look, you made it all the way over here to Paris, all right? You either get 20 points or this was all for nothing at a certain point, right?
Well, there's still placements on the line and all of that sort of thing. I'm just looking at the map at the moment, and I'm seeing that Nongshim Red Force might be in with their first fight in a moment, which is going to enlighten the rest of the lobby as to sort of where they're playing, what sort of conflicts they could be running into. A 2-2 split across Milta right now for Nongshim, as they did not fully or firmly hold the bridge against Alula, so that crossing does come through. And that central glut of teams, and now they start to take shots. Alula in the hovercraft have plenty of armor to rebuff the first volley, but there's more still being flung down range, and that's going to have to divert them on the long road. They find the knock, and there's the flush. Nongshim Red Force extract the first point.
Wow, okay, so they end up getting a point on that. Pretty wild. And Alula are in this next circle, down a player. The thing is, though, if any team nearby happen to hear those shots, they know where Nongshim Red Force is now. So that is going to be a factor, but they are in a really good spot for this circle for now.
I mean, teams should be aware, right, of where they're playing based on the fact that it was Alula that they knocked, and Nongshim Red Force generally going to be in this sort of location. They'll know that Alula are coming up from Novo. It should be a pretty certain bead on it for a lot of teams in the lobby, but nobody is likely to send out this way. Maybe Aurora could try and crash into it and cause some problems. Vitality are actually holding the west bridge, which is interesting, over on that ferry pier side of things. So if Aurora decide, you know what, we're not going to go over to that east side, we're going to try and break west, Vitality is still lying in wait for it, which I'm not too sure about. I'm not sure if I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here as you got some pretty wild rotations here. Speaking of wild rotations, we got Enigma Galaxy rocking their 2-2 split.
The same again.
Same again. You know, I actually talked to Ralph a little earlier this morning. Asked them, like, hey, you're going to continue to do it? They're like, yeah, you know, it's worked for us in the past. We're going to try it out. We've noticed that on the west side, had a little bit of unluck with some pretty crazy pushes, but we're going to give it our shot here, and we'll see if it pays off for them.
I mean, they did win a chicken dinner from a circle similar to this, on a rotation similar to this. Obviously, it was a different lobby. It was a different time. We were different people, Jukes. We were so much younger.
We've grown so much.
Yeah, exactly. We've come so far, but they're going to look for that regroup at some point. Getting through for that regroup is really the difficult part that we've seen for Enigma Galaxy on this regroup rotation. Getting through the glut of teams right now, I'm not too sure how that's going to work. They may have to go on the boat, maybe head up all the way north of Lepovka and go all the way around. That would be, I mean, maybe not sensible, but possible, certainly. It's difficult, and they are going to get on the road right now to see what they can find. E-Arena are also starting their move in from South George. As we can see, we're on board of them, just passing the north side of school to head towards the center of this circle as it centers up on that Milta Hill near prison and mansion.
Rotations are coming as we are zooming in to Erangel. What kind of circle are we going to get here? All right, just beautiful center up, very typical. A lot of these teams were expecting this, and they got it. Now you see Enigma Galaxy, right? They're going to be on both sides of this circle. It's going to be very difficult for them to get to their teammates here, so we'll see how this pays off. But we still got some teams still trying to get in this zone. E-Arena pushing in super late because they land over there in North George. Aura still in Severny. And you got Vitality going on the other bridge here, so they're going to be super late in the circle as well.
Yeah, Vitality's still on the west bridge. I don't like it. I think this is way too long. You're overcommitting. No one's turned up. Not too sure what the game plan was there for Vitality. It's not the same team we saw from their stages.
Sad.
So unfortunate.
It's the same thing we saw in PMGO too.
Yeah, it's a big drop-off, which I'm sad to see. Enigma Galaxy, they get their back duo caught up in a regroup, and this is exactly what I was worried about. It's only going to be Lord, his vehicle's on fire, and he goes down because he hops out. As it's on fire, they lose their back too. I guess, yeah, Ralph, keep doing that. See how that works out for you.
Yeah, I saw his player cam, and I could see he said, what the heck? You know, what happened? How is it?
Why are there players here in the middle of the circle?
How did I get knocked?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's super unfortunate. The 2-2 split, man. I mean, losing players like that is so rough. We'll see how it all continues on, though. That's if we have another match after this, because Nongshim Red Force are on the south side of Milta, full squad, looking dangerous. On the other end, you got the other Titans of the lobby, E-Arena, holding down the north side. So both these teams able to secure position as a full four-man team.
A vice grip on the circle right now. And our teams will look to try and slip that. This is a replay on Lord getting knocked. You can see he drove up. It was actually the hop out that got him. He'd already taken enough damage and hadn't slowed down enough. He hopped out of the vehicle, kept that momentum, and it was the fall. He hit that ground a little bit too fast.
The ankles.
Just rolled the ankle, man. Rolled the ankle. And now Coops and Satan have to do it all on their loans. And it's a bad time. It's a bad time. I feel like it may have worked before. Teams maybe weren't necessarily expecting something like that, and they weren't looking for a duo to be rotating in such an early fashion, especially because they know, oh, well, these players haven't lost, so it should be a full four come from there. But there's been enough games now when Enigma Galaxy have done this that teams should be like, oh, yeah, that's what they do. Let's just clamp down on that.
You know, it's one of those strategies that I don't know whether to be... it's just one of those strats that's just like, okay, it's different. You know what I'm saying? We don't see...
One of those bad ones, yeah. I've heard of those.
It's bad when it doesn't work, right? That's the thing. Is like, if it does, it's like, wow, maybe more teams should try this out. But after that, it's like, I think we just stay together. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate, especially considering that they're in 5th place, man. If they would have got a 20-point game here, boom, they would have been in that smash zone. Let's see where this next circle goes, though. And things are going to start heating up because we get a nice center up. E-Arena are going to be over there in Lipovka, so they're going to have to fight their way into this next circle. But like you mentioned, it is a vice script right now. North and southern side is where the big threats lie. In the middle of the map, though, you got S2G, you got Enigma Galaxy as that duo. They had 4, right? It is what it is. But you got Team Flash on that ridgeline, too. That is a very, very strong spot. They could be able to hold a lot of real estate there.
That's true over on the east side, but I feel like they do need to move into the west edge of it a little bit further, which is exactly what Bo has decided to do there. They have to transition forward. The 3-building compound that sits sort of in front of them is viable, but it can be very difficult to hold against teams up on the north, especially if you get crashed. Multiple angles can crash onto it as well, so a little bit tenuous when you have to leave that ridgeline for Team Flash. For Nongshim, they're going to play nice and isolated on the southeast side. Remember, it's not big point-scoring games that are necessary. That's not what's going to be weighing on the mind of Nongshim, of E-Arena. It is just that chicken dinner. Be the last player standing. That's the only thing that should be running through their mind right now to try and secure that tournament title, the global stage glory.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. And I hope it doesn't change their play style, because I'm thinking back to PMMI where Tianba had such a massive lead, and they kind of employed that same strategy. Like hey, let's just put up some basic points. They had so many points, as long as nobody smashed, they were going to win it for the most part. But they changed play styles, and they paid the price for it big time. Going from what we thought was going to be an automatic first to like 3rd place. So we'll see how Nongshim, who definitely learned from that, if they're going to replicate it or play the game that got them here in the first place.
4 Thrives in that last match were able to ignite those afterburners, send them into the stratosphere on the point scoring. And now 4 Thrives want to keep that pace, but they're kind of cut out on this northwest edge. They are boxed in by that prison cliff area on the east side of them. They're going to have to pick a direction and commit. Towards Vitality may be a good idea to start, but you've got Godlike behind that, and maybe Ulf on the top, on the lip of those prison cliffs could be a target as well. But either way, it feels like a third-party target.
I can't lie, I'm so hyped for Godlike right now. After seeing that Rondo match, they put up so many points. If they would have won that fight with E-Arena, they would have, who knows where they'd be on the leaderboards here. But they put themselves in a good position. They're still in 10th place, 72 points. They're going to go for the back-to-back chicken dinner. They realize it, like, hey, we got to get it done here. If they do, it would be the comeback of a lifetime. You know that their fans are excited. They're hyped up.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting for this next zone. And it's going to go on over to the northeast side. And which team gets blessed here, John?
Team Flash, right? Arena on the north side, on that road down from Lipovka. It helps them out. I wouldn't say blessed, though. I feel like they are still in a little bit of a dangerous position, especially with Horror descending on them. Look at that eastern sweep. That could be dangerous. That could be trouble. As Coops takes a knock in the meantime as well on the south side, bleeding out another player. Not good news. But Horror, look at a crash maybe towards Arena. I do think it is Team Flash that has been the most blessed by this zone, though. On that northeast side, it's exactly what you highlighted, right? That ridge line, the buildings in front of it, really, really good. But only if it goes out their way. Well, guess what? Here we are. And now S2G try and push in. They're being denied access as Horror clash with 4 Thrives who have, okay, they've lapped over the north side of prison and they're third partying on the rotate here on the north.
Fights happening all over the place. Now we're going to be looking at Enigma Galaxy. Satan all by himself. Going to be challenging Alula here as we switch over. 4 Thrives get eliminated. That is a huge loss right before the 100-point mark. There goes Enigma Galaxy as well. That's 5th and 6 out.
And now Aurora up, trying to sweep past Noxian Red Force. As Horror picking up those points is a great result for them. 7 eliminations now on the north side, right next to Arena, who take a knock as well. Turny K has gone down. S2G battling for the middle of it and taking damage from every single angle. Ulf will do a lot of damage to them, but S2G managed to weather that storm. A lot of damage across the board on these rotates, Jukes.
And then here we go. We're going to catch this fight here as S2G are hurt. Vitality very, very close near to them. And it was OG that are putting up some points on the board. They end up getting 1. Kamikaze on the other end. Now finally the fight has calmed down, but this is a battle for the central position in this circle.
I mean, this is another team, S2G, who is within reach of that smash point barrier up to 122, but they have just had the win taken out their sails. 113 right now. They need to get 9 more points on this match, and with 11 more teams alive as a solo Kamikaze, has he got something magic up his sleeve? I do not think so. We're just going to leave Aurora to really be the only challengers to that smash point duo.
And Aurora are definitely a threat, that's for sure. 110 points, 12 is super easy for them to get in this kind of position. They're gonna have to fight their way through it though. CS Power getting a knock from Godlike. They're down to 2 players, and that is WizGod gonna get that confirmation on 2 Power. Only 1 player up left for Godlike.
The Arena did manage to just roll over to the ridge line there, the shoreline. But Mormon's been spotted. Okay, Sky is still going. And the Arena not safe yet, not out of the woods. As Godlike and Orangutan still continue to clash. Up the stairs, Godlike. Look for it, but the drop down is caught. And there's the crash. You want to take 1 down and the Arena fall. Only 1 team can stop it all now. Longshim with a big opportunity on the south side, but they're right on the edge.
The whole lobby breathing a sigh of relief now that at least 1 of the Titans is gone. It's still up to Nongshim Red Force though. They're on the south side, playing carefully, waiting in the shadows to strike. It's only a matter of time here. They're saying, yeah, you guys fight it out. But you better watch out.
Ooh, a big south shift, and Alula are looking tasty for Nongshim. Look, they're already in those vehicles. X and Y wanting to keep Overwatch on the angle as well. Maybe take some shots out that way. How fast are Nongshim going to be able to mount up? Because Flash have already regrouped to the triple stack buildings on the north side of this next part of the circle. The west edge with Furia and Orangutan also needs to conclude and try and find a way down the hill. The Deadwood is so hard to navigate, though. There are these really tricky defilades, and there are players lying in wait.
Speaking of lying in wait, you can see Nongshim Red Force. They don't want to give away their position. They don't want the lobby to know where they're at right now, so they're playing it very, very quietly. So take a look at this replay. Schweppes, popping them out the vehicle, but the crash from Aura, so strong here. And they shut down E-Arena. Huge fight for the whole lobby.
Absolutely. Arena remain on 122 as well. Doesn't mean they can't win it all next match. They are still in the smash boundary.
Yes, they are.
So even if Nongshim get 30 points and don't win the chicken dinner, they could still take it all away with a 0 E-limit.
Aurora want to put themselves in the smash zone here now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Here they go. They're going to start pushing. trying to find a position. They got the Wizard Tower. Are they going to take it? Nope, pass it up and decide to go for this hill line here. Good strategy. Got to be careful though with those shots from Flash.
Yeah, there's...
Throw one down to the smoke. I like how they put one vehicle in front of the other, so they at least sacrificed one, but they should be able to hold on to at least another one here in a second.
They're going to have to pick a point to go, and I feel like sure, Team Flash can be taking shots right now, but the West side is going to have to conclude, and fairly quickly. Someone is going to look to crash Team Flash. I can guarantee you that at some point in this match.
Yeah.
But it may be a little bit longer than we were anticipating. I mean, as I said, the Deadwoods have a lot of those defilades, the hills that slope down from the top of this ridgeline. This tree cover has a lot of rocks to play around. You can sort of stutter your way forwards a little bit, but later on you're going to have to find something. Oh, spot over onto Doc. They know who they're fighting now.
Well, they will once that thirst happens.
There it is.
And there it is. So now they know 100% Nongshim Red Force is right here. Aurora are going to put every single amount of their resources to make sure they can stop them.
It may well be worth it with all the teams around them going down fairly quickly. Just sitting here waiting for Nongshim to roll out, stepping through, sacrificing shots to Team Flash. They may look to try and just block the road, shut the door in the face of a Smash victory here in match number 2 today, match 14 on the series.
To be fair, this is going to be a very tough win for Nongshim to get. They're in a really, really tough spot here. They are on the edge of the circle. That broken wall is covering them for now, but this next zone is going to make things interesting. But here we go with a huge battle. It's Fudia versus OG. Fudia in 8th place right here. They need the win. Oh, that nade looks good. That should get a confirmation. It doesn't, some way, somehow. Bad nade there, but all of a sudden, they are able to get some knocks. Silence is going to go into the building, eating some blue zone. Fudia are getting peppered little by little. He gets away with just 1 HP.
Oh, WizGod steps out. He's looking for more. He's got the shotgun shells under the car. The blue zone's ticking, but he's not going to WizGod strikes back against Furia, but now Horror here, and he's got a sliver of HP to play around with. They'll know he's here, and Fear rolls over the top of the hill. WizGod, what? He didn't see him. He'll should hear that. No! With his back to it. Will take the shots, but not find the knock. And he will be put down. In the meantime, the roller from Nongshim.
And they're off. Here they go. Nongshim Red Force on the rotation, trying to find a spot in this zone. Tires get popped. Team Flash knocked down Tizzy. It's up to the 2 players from Nongshim to end this tournament.
XZY trying to regroup now on the back. The reloads are coming through, and he may be able to sneak his way into the dip. And Aurora now have Nongshim set before them. A gauntlet to run through, and then one that they will charge in headlong. Nades first. Zul, Reefus, and Top want this retribution. Draw this game to a close without a Smash Point victory.
Aurora throwing an absolute bombardment onto Nongshim Red Force. They know they're the threat. They're going to use every single piece of utility they have to finish this team off once and for all. Not able to find those other confirmations. Vehicles are getting moved out the way, though. That's the coverage that Nongshim Red Force desperately need. Looks like they're playing a little game of ping pong with that car.
Ooh, but Aurora starting to suffer as well. They have to move forwards, and now they're in the firing line of Team Flash. It may well be enough to stop Nongshim from winning the game, though, and that seems to be what they were trying to bid for. All the while, by the way, Kamikaze is still alive, so can't discount him just yet for getting the points that he may need. It would be a very long road, though. Hyunbin and So Easy now find the final blow. Struck to the heart of Aurora, who draw their game out on 113. They will fall to no Smash. Not here, not now.
We're gonna see a game 3, folks. Get excited, get hyped, because now's the chance for a lot of these teams to start pushing their way up the leaderboards.
How far can you go here, though? I mean, for Team Flash, this is a golden opportunity to jump up placement points, to jump up and get a little bit more cash under the belt, be a higher ranking finisher. They have all 4 of their players alive. They're looking pretty chill. As I said before, S2G do have the slimmest of opportunities. For me, it's Kamikaze needing to grab some third-party points off a fight that Team Flash has.
Yeah, he's just trying to sneak it enough points to sneak his team into that Smash zone. Any point matters, though. I really got to give some major love, though, to Aura. Look at them. 13 eliminations. This team is trying to make a comeback of a lifetime, and this is how you do it. Got to get this win, though. Anything less is not going to be enough for them to make that race to the top.
I mean, even when you do get it, it's still a long, long road for them to try and find. For Kamikaze, he needs to profit 6 more points on this match. Those can come from either increasing placements or getting eliminations to join that smash point bubble. But this next circle comes in, it's not going to have him in it. It does push Flash into into a few of their locations, but it looks like they've spotted him. Kamikaze is there, they roll up, he's put down, and no longer do we have that storyline. The battle at the bottom of the tables rings true for the final 4 here.
This is huge. Everyone's trying to move up their placement here. Like, again, this is a massive prize pool. Every single placement up is big money in the bank. Aura, though, this is the game of a lifetime for them. This is one of those opportunities that gets your squad excited, gets them pumped up to finally start putting everything on the line. You can see Team Flash, though, they're in the mix here. Aura trying to push from the edge of the circle. They're going to start throwing all their util onto Vitality. That's the threat. If they can hold that rock and secure that position, this could be a solid chicken dinner for them.
Absolutely. A big chance. The nades keep on going forwards. 13 eliminations on side, and they want to add 2 more to the tally. Sky and Jiggle into the fight. Razak goes down first, immediately putting him out of business, out of action. Sky looks for more as well, and they turn it on. It's just too hot.
Aura are on fire. 15 eliminations, but that nade looks dangerous. Gotta watch out. That one hurt, and now it's up to Sky. All by himself. Aula looking to stop the insanity that Aura has put on display here. Here they come. Yasser moving up close and personal to be able to secure this high ground. Team Flash on the other end, putting some suppressive fire onto them as well. Aura just trying to lick their wounds, trying to find their way, but it ain't gonna be enough. That is Aura down to 1 single player.
I like Team Flash's proactivity here. They didn't waste time. They didn't hide in the buildings. They stretched their legs and moved out towards this north side to get control of the zone. This is what we've wanted to see from a lot of our teams, and I'm glad to see it now, even if it is potentially a little bit too little too late. For them, they've got 10 eliminations here, so Aura, they're on 15, but there is a real chance that they could catch up. A Sky is still cooking an 8, and Alula are gonna have to worry. Okay, he puts it back to the shotgun shell.
He's not moving a muscle here, and I don't think Alula realizes that he's even still there. They have to know there could be a threat in this area. But Quick is just hopping in the vehicle to get a little bit of extra third-person perspective and get some sight lines. Plus, he's protected in there. He has no idea. They have no idea he's there. Hello! He missed the shots, though. Sky gets the knock, but gets shot in the back as Win from Team Flash shuts down Aura's run.
Pretty mighty flub there on the shotgun, hot over the bonnet there. Probably didn't realize, but Quick didn't know he was there. Thought, oh, well, I'm going to have to go for the fight. He's going to stand up for it, right? Right? Not to be. Ooh, a cheeky little pick onto Zeus, and actually, Bose is quite low. Over the top, though, Tops and Win look to put pressure onto Quick. And remember, Alula only really have 2 players to play around with here. Claws and Yasser looking to navigate. Closer to the middle for Yasser, but Flash can regroup on 3. Claws has a lot to face down on his lonesome here on this angle. Needs a big nade. Needs to find a knock pretty immediately, and is already taken down. Win steps through with the AUG. Puts that one to bed. And a second volley of fire over the top of the rock sees Team Flash to the chicken dinner.
I'll take that one, that's for sure. Over 20 points in that game. A massive one for them. I guarantee you, their coaches, everybody was telling them, right, hey, this is what you need to do if you want to make a run of it. And this is a start, right? This is a start. It's still a long road ahead, but now the road is there. You know what I'm saying? It had to happen in this game, and they got it done.
That's what you need to do. When that clock strikes,
ほんの少しでとてもいい目をしていたわ。使いこなせるなら合格。あれで確信したのよ。彼の抱えるトラウマも含めてね。しかしこんなもの力を求めてね。何度やっても同じだよ。戦えるのは俺しかいねえ。全く同じ手使ってくっからよ。お前を無理やり倒そうとしてもうまくいかねえ。もっと調べたい。興味あるのは信じたことを信じてみる。それが俺の答えだ。お前も知ってんだろ。復讐してやろうと思ったこともあるし、一歩間違えば俺には誰ともつながりなんてないと思ってた。イメージを集中して直接お前に。戦力としては問題ないって分かったでしょ。言ってしまうのが一番早い。お前がそれが俺の答えだ。俺はまるであの時のその目がつい俺しかいねえ。戦えるのは俺しかいねえ。全く同じ手使ってくっからよ。お前を無理やり倒そうとしてもうまくいくね。力を求めてね。
자기장이 튀자마자 이제 바로 북쪽으로 지르셨는데 쪽이 좀
भाई जब तक वैलोरेंट खेलते हैं
Match found. Match found.
Yes, I'm pumped.
Reloading. Grenade! Reloading. Bomb buddy out. Taken out. Satchel up. Boom. Reloading. Ha! Got one. You're fine.
Reloading.
Straight for me.
You lose.
New stage in 10.
Stay down. Not ready yet.
Stage 2.
Reloading.
Grenade!
No one's catching me on Rampage.
That's 3.
Satchel up. Reloading. Blocking sight. Back off. Grounded. Ions ready.
There's they are.
Dominating.
They found my trap. Here.
Parasite.
10 seconds until stage change.
Satchel out.
Stage 3.
Go, go, go! Satchel up. Go away! Jet's grounded.
अबे क्या नूबड़े हैं यार ये लोग
Reloading. That's 3.
Ultimate orb spawn.
My ult is ready.
Here we go. Satchel out. My ult.
क्या
Here.
10 seconds.
तो तुम्हें पता है ना क्या बोल रहा हूँ क्या
Final stage.
They are so
Grenade. That's 3. I've got your trail.
क्या होता है
4 down. Watch out. Blocking sight. Gotta go. Jet's grounded.
reloading.
The hunt begins. Charge your
Go, go,
ults.
go. I'm out of here. Grenade. Go, go.
Too slow.
Satchel out.
That's 3.
I'm out of here. Jet's grounded.
Reloading.
Wait for me. All right.
Reloading.
My ult's ready. Here we go.
Chambers on around.
Satchel out.
Ultimate goals.
Reloading. I don't think so.
I also want to sort of point out, and this
Match found.
Yes, I'm pumped.
साइड ही कर दिया मेरे को, साइड कर दिया, देख भी नहीं पा रही हो भाई। हाँ साइड कर दी है और कह रही हो देख रही हूँ। हाँ इतनी देर से मैं बुला रहा था यू यू कर कर करके, फिर भी तुम देख नहीं पाई। साइड में फेंक दिया मेरे को। हाँ ठीक है। और तुम्हें साइड तो नहीं किया मैंने।
Let me hear the gunfire, agents. Let me hear it loud.
Reloading.
Begin.
अभी मैच चालू नहीं हुआ ना, मैच चालू नहीं हुआ अभी तीसरा। जब तक मैच चालू होगा जब तक कर रही हो।
Bomb buddy out. Reloading. Ready for me. Satchel out. Reloading.
New stage in 10.
Night night. Duck.
Stage 2. Embarrassing.
Reloading. Bomb buddy out.
Noted.
You're done.
One down.
That's done.
Ultimate orbs.
Satchel out. Satchel out. Put down. Ready for me. Grenade. Thank you.
10 seconds until stage change.
Satchel out.
Final stage.
Nightmare's over.
Raze is on a rampage.
Oh, you ain't coming back. Nightmare's over. Thank you. Get out of here. Got three. Jet's grounded. Enemy grenade on my mark. Bomb buddy out.
15 kills remaining.
My ultimate is ready. Wait for me. Line him up. I'm going in.
Listen to this!
Kills to go.
पता नहीं फतेह अली खान तो मर ही गया रात फतेह अली बचा उसका बेटा
Jet's grounded.
5 kills left.
Bomb buddy out.
हाँ तो फतेह अली खान तो मर ही गया है रात फतेह अली जिंदा इसमें खिलस गया भाई लौंडा चलो भाई गेम स्टार्ट हो गया होगा
An awful lot over the event, but I think it's that duo that brings so much firepower.
देख रही हो कितने सही टाइम पे
We'll see what they got this time.
Hamzi as well as Kamikaze looking great. And for S2G, they're a team that's put in quite a lot of chicken dinners so far, actually. I think they're currently on 3. Looking to break that record, though I think it will be difficult today to do that, since get up towards 5, and by the time they get to 5, they should have also just won at that point.
Be over.
That's a smash. So possibilities of broken records ruined by the format for them. But I do think they would be happy with the win, regardless.
Yeah, don't forget to bother them too much, right?
Yeah. So for S2G, certainly a possibility here. Only 6 points on this game that's needed for them. For Aurora, we are looking towards 9. Enigma Galaxy is going to have to be a bigger match. 22 points on that one, which is almost certainly going to be a chicken dinner. But yeah, a lot of teams looking to breach that Smash ruling as we come into match 3, which is where it always gets stressful. Hot Jukes, a little documentary style, earlier on today was saying that he'd love to see 6 teams towards that final match, all vying it out for the chicken dinner. Has felt like a lot of times internationals do go to that 6th match no matter what. And even in PMMI, ooh, for Nongshin Red Force, oh my god, he's alive. For Nongshin Red Force, he did go to match 6 when they got that smash. Satan immediately peeling off there for Enigma Galaxy, but they are in close contention with 4 Thrives, who are exiting from very Pier and Yellows.
टीम ज़्यादा मौका नहीं देंगी भाई, यही मौका है, उसके बाद तो फिर खत्म है.
4 Thrives, they've been loving these fights versus Enigma the entire event. Always able to catch them on their egress. I was just as surprised as you were. He actually got out from that one. But Lord, not lucky enough to bypass Ida. That back and forth conversation between those two teams continues even this far into the event. Emre running down Lord to get that confirmation off.
Yeah, now that idea of getting the chicken dinner and getting into Smash ruling feels a little further away. 4 Thrives will aggress over towards Ida. Should hit them up towards the 100 now, so they've also hit the century on this game. Getting ever closer to that count. Nongshin Red Force was able to make a fairly good rotation towards the central position. They like to play around this area. They are cut in with S2G though. Slightly scary spot to be working with. Very central. Still only here in zone 1. Anything can happen as long as they're set up. Position to move from should be okay. Ulf finds S-Power. Here's a clap back from Admino, who immediately will flush out Scarface. So full-on engagement here between Ulf as well as Godlike.
Already big shots being connected. And it's wiped up so quickly. Ulf withstand the pressure. They do lose 1 player, but they can get Eren back up, and that's a key piece of the puzzle for them. Keep him in play, reset with the meds, and grab the extra loot.
I mean, for Eren, what a run it's been for him during this tournament. Max was highlighting him on the desk of how much he was able to really prove himself here at this event, despite having some awkward moments, honestly. Still remember his crash into gas station, which went terribly wrong, but even then he is putting up numbers. OG do take a knock there to Tiamba, who have been sadly very quiet after day 1. The majority of the points earned there, if they were able to replicate anything like that day 1 and day 2 or day 3, they would have won this tournament by a mile. Sadly, that's just not the case. Trying to get back into the mix of it now, though, as Milu starts to look for these nades.
Maru on about half HP there. AKOP in the back line. Ooh, nice arc from Milu. Milu, the madman, when he's feeling himself, he can do so much damage on a battleground. He's got back up from the boys. If they can get out of this one cleanly, maybe they can at least try and ruin some of the runs for the other squads above them. And Milu keeps it going to get that flush as well, so that will remove Aru. Hard cut him out. Blue coming in to make it a bit more suffocating between these two sides.
Quite a few nades already expended here from Tiamba as well as OG. We're right in zone 2 now. Blue starts to tickle a fair bit. QZZ gets a bit panicked there. Will drop a couple of shots through and then immediately ascend in Milu. He's just going to prime the nade. That's a nice one from him. Good patience. Lets it go through. Is he going to peek this onto AKOP? It's me. Does not care in the slightest. Friendly fire. Denies the point.
Oh, yeah. And they're going to bounce around, make sure they clean up on that one. Trying to snatch away some of the earnings from it. Good to see Tiamba, though, getting a bit of fanfare back from the crowd and big plays from Milu. I think he was sat on about 11 elims off the back of 3 games back on day 1 as well, mate.
He's a killer, that's for sure. Tiamba lucky to have him. Great to see him back on the team again. Some subs came through yesterday, Shallow in, Milu out, but looks like he is ready to play today. Gameplay looks clean. For Nongshim Red Force, hard rotate up towards that north side. We've got Dip in play, but not fully. At least we did confirm away from the south side. A lot of the water got cut out immediately. A hard shift over towards the northwest, and an easy rotate now for Tiamba to actually get in.
There's Catch popping up in the Elim feed. Couple shots over towards the Furia squad. Furia that have been a little bit more shaky today in some of the battles we've seen. Hasn't been as cutthroat. We'll see if that one results in a bit of a flush. Seems like they have grabbed Igor's back up for now, so he'll live on. Nongshim just ahead of the Aurora crew that have made their rotation over the bridge, left of Novka. Oh, are they going in for this aggro?
Aurora might be looking just to swing on the coastal side, deny as much sidelines as possible. Top, though, playing an anchor backstop here, taking some good shots. There is another play here alongside him with Doc. Hamzy G at distance, also watching, so this is a dangerous rotate here for Aurora, because even if they get down towards the beachhead, S2G might have a sightline with Hamzy, and we know just how good Hamzy is at distance. An eagle eye on him. Nades go through, but so easy, brushes them off.
Dirt off the shoulder for So Easy. Can't keep this man down right now. 3 of their nades invested, so draining some of the early offensive utility, but it looks like they've still got a good supply, at least on Doc, with 5 in the backpack. Meanwhile, E-Arena pushing back up over towards Ulf Ketch, trying to catch an escape plan. Dives behind the driving, but it's not quick enough as Joker will adjust his crosshair and find that one on the exit. Mormon takes a knock back over.
Bit of a disjointed Irish exit there from Ulf. Alula under pressure though as S2G just flies in over towards the garages. R3B in the corner and S2G cleans it up. Not a single player lost. Should be able to get that res. Nongshim Red Force in the meantime, after seeing those players leaving, did get that leapfrog on, so they get a little bit further into the circle here. Milta, not the main feature. If we go down towards the southeast, we know just how good Nongshim can be in an urban finish. Thriving in the concrete jungles.
So no overcommit. Like you touched on, Aurora just controlling some of the rotation paths with the coast firmly under their foot. Map geometry favouring them from this position. They opt to go for the 2-2 split. Rufus and Top further over near the area we see Vitality starting to encroach upon. Whilst Joel and Doc, 2 players with very heavy hands, if you do want to challenge them in a raw duel, play off each other.
It's actually a possibility right now with S2G leaving. I don't know if Aurora is able to spot that. They certainly don't see Hamzy G continuing to pick that angle, but now they have free capability to actually make an eastern ramp if they want. Right now they're holding 2 fairly decent locations in terms of vision onto the map, but they are right on the edge, so eventually they'll have to move. I think likely what's going to happen is they'll wait for Zone 4, make a decision from there how they want to rotate in. But there's a lot of free space over towards the eastern side, and already Doc is going to scout it. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Get a little bit further up, realize that actually this space is kind of open at the moment for us to get a little bit more of an eye in towards the circle.
That's the kind of premium real estate that man like Doc's going to instantly sniff out. He'll be confident enough to rep himself to take control of. We'll see how this pans out long term for Aurora.
Next circle though. We're going to define a lot of how this works, and we are down towards Milta. Nongshim might be thinking about making a move right now, and they're instantaneous. This is way better than last game. Last game felt late on those rotates. It felt like they were still making decisions. This time they are much quicker with it. Out to the outside edge, not confirmed towards Milta yet. Still giving them the capability to move out towards the field should this move towards the west. But now they're going to have a swivel on towards all the teams around them. Aurora recalling Reefus back towards the squad as teams start to surge towards Milta.
Timing on this is going to be so dangerously tight, though. They all caught vision on one another. Ida have already entered close. Three-man split. Solo's playing in a line there for Aurora with the wrap in late. Rufus, seeing the backline of Vitality, knows he's got to go down towards the coast and then assist the team. Tiamba getting shots off as well. That's off. Oh, you're going to be eating shrapnel on this one. Wide arc down towards the roadside.
Solus and Eren here by the toll gates. It's always an awkward spot, very nadeable. Couple of positions you could play around inside the toll booth itself to try and dodge those close quarters ordnance. Oh my god, there's mollies everywhere. Eren can barely move. He has to find an opening with this nade, but for Orf it's looking like it's more and more over. XZY goes down to a nade from Reefus. Doesn't push it though. Should be resible.
That's two players knocked as well. We saw Vitality getting the first domino falling onto Nongshim, then the assist coming in from Aurora. The Nongshim Smash squad might have come on stock early.
It's far. It's so hard. He kind of needs to get over the top and try and pick him up, but when the vehicle's currently slammed, it's really difficult to do. Just about holds the res. He was so low. Tizzy perched himself on the rubble of the wall. Oh, that was close, Jackie.
I think we just saw Federales get a single tap onto Hyunbin as well. He was looking for the drop with the smoke, wanted to try and get down there and assist. Took a single bullet, had to hit the deck again. Thankfully, smoke's out, limited cover as well with the walls, so the geometry playing in their favor. You can go for another res. They might be able to recover it cleanly.
I think that they won't be recovering, though, is all this utility that they just spent getting those players back up again. How many smoke launchers do they still have left? Fexi finds Tizzy again. Nongshim under mad pressure at the moment between two separate squads, both looking towards them. Just have to hold on for the time being. Stop peeking, honestly, but I feel like they realize they need to keep these teams on the outside at bay. Irina, though, down in the blink of an eye versus Tiamba. Another team on Smash ruling out, and Tiamba survives as for just. Eagle inside. As always, the lurker looking to play medic for the rest of the squad here.
He might be the Eagle, but there is vultures swarming the skies around him. Other teams realizing there's been a lot of damage done here. It's a risky pickup with the position he's in. Luckily, he's got some cover from the vehicles to try and save his mates. That's Aura, though, with Jiggle getting one of them confirmed off the back of the damage that was done. So they do go down to at best a three-man squad post this pickup.
A lot of teams need to move. A lot of teams that actually fully confirmed though towards Milta now feeling a little bad about this one, which is exactly why you see Aurora playing on this edge down towards the south side and Nongshim not fully moving in. So 4 Thrives, they've got to extricate themselves. Flash have also got to pull themselves out of this one. S2G a little bit safer where they play around the warehouses and they can move up over towards that top side, be playing over towards Toll Booth later. But it's Aura right now who actually own the majority of the space on the northern edge. 4 Thrives opening up over towards Aurora as they move.
That backline in is good to at least take some of the heat off. Force attention turned back onto 4 Thrives from Aurora. Vitality have just been really running interference from this angle as well. If there's a peek up from Hyunbin, they're harassing with shots. If they can get LOS back over onto the coast of Aurora, it's punishing as well.
For Nongshim Red Force, they know the shots came from Vitality earlier, so this is sort of the team they need to deal with first. The one thing I really worry about for Nongshim, though, is how exposed the vehicles have been this entire time. You got to imagine that wheels are blown out, if not vehicles fully exploded. They do have to move further in towards the circle, likely will be on foot. unless they can find some kind of vehicle in the near future. Vitality's going to go for a mad rotate over towards the northwest side. They hear the fighting. They notice that Nick Galaxy's down. This is a good opportunity to go for. Vexy helping from the back lines. Really like this push from Vitality.
Ralph's on an island. Last man left alive and not breathing for much longer as Razak will find that adjustment back onto Nigma, so they go down. Vexy's been good as well at providing some overwatch for this squad. Showing up when they needed him. Fury are on the move close by, shots from either side, so a lot of information garnered towards them. They advance further. Silence and Co pushing up with the vehicles, going to peek over the top of the rocks. There's Tiamba in the distance, nades being thrown onto Vitality, a backline potential. Igor goes in, big sprays, assisted by Silence. 4-5's taking some damage as well, the pepper back onto them.
Fury's going to move in on this, like you say. Igor's already on that front line. The rest of the team all stood alongside him now. And Vitality find themselves in a very horrendous position. Nades from Tiamba going a little bit wide here, trying to angle these through the smoke. That one should be on target. Easy cleanup. Tiamba grabbed themselves 10, 11 eliminations on this match so far. Much more reminiscent of the past, and Milu's already on 4.
Furia playing with that confidence and aggression we know they've got as 4-5s buckle under the pressure. Furia shutting them down in the close range combat. And Nonshin, after turtling for so long, finally knowing Vitality had been taken out of the picture, they can make a move. They're just wrapping around to where Aurora were.
This is interesting, trying to get rid of Aurora, actually. Only one player here in Reefers, potentially they've noticed that. There's actually a massive amount of space on this western side that they could clear. Tiamba's a 3-man, Furia's down to 2. Circle moves up that way, leaving Tiamba one of the few remaining positions, and we are on Tollbooth. Oh my god, what a circle to end on.
Ooh, deep nades. Reefers casting that one out. Back nades as he advances to try and create a little bit of space between the teams. Distant shots coming in from Tiamba. He's got to hit the deck, but that's not the only squad you got to worry about. Lost from S2G gets a sight line, and goodbye Reefers.
The only thing is just like kind of flashbacks to last game where there is a massive capability of moving west on this one for Nongshim and clearing up towards that north side, having all that space. You'd imagine that they saw the amount of teams that moved into Milta. They are just charging headlong into danger here, where there is so much more room to play on the northwest side. Guys, you don't need elims. You need a chicken.
And they might get barbecued if they take too much time on this one. Joel was cooking the molly. See why so paranoid about the peak from the top side with Tiamba. And with Furia not needing to force the issue amongst them, they've got a crystal clear line of sight down onto the rotate path for Nonshin. It's so uncomfortable.
Come back, lads. Just come back off this angle. We don't need to play it anymore. You can wrap back over towards. So easy. 2 down. What is this? It makes little sense. I mean, they'd set themselves up wonderfully the entire time for this western exit. And as soon as the circle moves away from Milta, what do we do? Push into Milta?
The panic's there. Paralysis by analysis. The zone takes away one of the members, and we're down to just the duo. Aurora Core on their exit as Lost will be able to continue playing powerfully off this angle. XZY thankfully given a few moments of respite as he runs to try and find any cover at all.
Kamikaze from S2G, we talked at the start of the game. They have just about hit that 122 now. So they have hit that smash ruling going towards that next match. Another team steps up to the plate. They've done enough here, even if they go down. Looking to take down Ida regardless. Hams, ooh, what a shot. Reactions coming through clutch there, but Kamikaze, as always, the backbone in the team.
Standing straight and keeping S2G in a position to recover from this. Quick reactions from Ida, but a shutdown play that will let S2G fight on for another day. Flash, though, getting eaten alive by Hora. Wrapping down the ridge, the nades bouncing in. Tops is down. And Kamikaze scanning to see what more points they can steal.
Aura on for a big game here, actually, Jackie. To push himself over the rankings, only 2 eliminations so far, but so much more to grab here as most teams are bruised and bleeding coming into these final zones. Tiamba also having a good time of it. Nade's going over the top here from Nongshim Red Force, rolling down, and we are directly on top of Toll Booth now.
That's okay, falling. XZY getting the tags off. They've been under constant pressure the entire time. It's not clean. It's awkward.
Not even a helmet on So Easy here anymore.
Mate, you're playing with a bare minimum. Concessions had to be made, but a nade could be coming their way. Lost with 2 left in the back pocket. The first one thrown in looks good for the bounce. Oh, see ya!
Double bouncer. XZY is down. Comes to the end of his line there. Nongshim is floundering at the moment. Confusing moves. Win though from the backlines, will get the backstab, but immediately spotted out by Lost here. S2G absolutely have done enough, but they're looking to push further into this game, as is So Easy.
They're trying to send a message with this one. It's not just about what they needed to get into Smash. They want to prove that they can be the big dogs in the lobby. Response back over them. Hamza G eating the nade from Hora as Hora are lighting up the sky. Explosion after explosion on top of the Turkish team. They are stuck on the ridge and cannot advance. Backline attack from Tiamba from way over the other side. And Tiamba keeping the pressure on. Trying to get that pick up in. Lost with limited space to play off. In comes the nade. Oh! Sky makes it work and S2G go down.
S2G blown sky high behind the tree there. Let me introduce you to the biggest dog in the lobby. Hora on the northeast side. So Easy with barely a hope in this match, but still hanging on. Furia dashed by the roadside, leaving just Hora, Tiamba, Nongshim Red Force in this endgame. For Nongshim, the best thing about this is that even if there isn't a match smash win, this is keeping them contention for the top spot, at least.
It's going to be big for the placements. And is there a chance of some sheer shenanigans from So Easy? He's crossing his fingers, mate. But you've got a hard task ahead of you.
This guy's got, has to have him here. Just the peeks over a little bit. So Easy's trying to hide his face behind the barest of pylons, behind this railing. It is just not nice. Come on, he has to do something. Oh, they've smoked him.
Hang on a minute.
Cheers, lads. I really needed that.
He's tucked in behind it. There's no real angle from the backside as well from Tiamba, so it just depends. I mean, if Hora go for the hard force over...
This is mad.
Yeah, this could get cheeky quite quickly. Sleepy would have burned down as well. The vehicle... Oh, it's all going wrong! So Easy on the peacock, good for one, and Tiamba assisting with the shots from the top. He's going to go first on these as well.
Or on the assist with an unreal smoke. Mollies go in, nades go wide, and he is out. Tiamba will clean up.
Nongshim were looking to blot out the sun on that one with a surprise plays, but it's not going to happen now. And Hora solo remains with the advancement of Tiamba. The nade goes over. Sky got a backpedal. Runs back to whatever cover he can find. Can he trust in his source on this one? Holding the peak, ready for the shots. Eagle gets knocked out of the sky. QZZ with a reposition as Sky advances forward with a shotgun in his hand. Nade being cooked by Milu, and this man don't miss.
Good damage. QZZ falls over the second, and Tiamba is back. What a fantastic game. The 3-man inside just felt like these guys